The crypto world was shocked when a Bloomberg terminal leak showed that an unexpected Ripple IPO was coming up. The financial world is shocked by this news, which has led to heated discussions and arguments. You read that right. Reports say that Ripple is getting ready to go public and people who own XRP could get first dibs on shares. The Bitcoin market might never be the same after this. This news has led to rumors that Ripple could be worth an amazing $50 billion, and people who own XRP could get a lot of benefits in the form of stock airdrops, like we saw with Coinbase's IPO. There is a huge chance for growth. I want to explain why this might send the price of XRP through the roof. There are huge effects on the market and buyers. Let's start with the Bloomberg leak that made all of this a big deal. People in the business world are shocked by this sudden event. Sources say that a file for the Ripple IPO showed up on the terminal with the stock's ticker symbol, RPL. Investors and experts are having a lot of heated conversations about this news. Even though the filing was made by mistake, the fact that it became public is very important. It shows the possible holes in the protection of financial data. Ripple is thought to be worth around $50 billion, which is a huge amount that shows how dominant it is in the market. This number shows how big the company is and how much of an effect it is having on the blockchain and crypto space. Ripple's power is growing very quickly. Even more interesting is the idea that Ripple might give priority shares to people who own XRP. This would be a big win for loyal investors. In the same way that Coinbase let its users buy stock through an airdrop during its IPO, this approach could set a new standard in the crypto industry. If this happens, people who own XRP could get two benefits. The price of XRP could go up, and they might also get a piece of Ripple's stock when it goes public. What this means for XRP is huge. This could make institutional buyers think very differently about the token and the crypto market as a whole. There is one big problem that Ripple has had to deal with for years, though, the SEC case. The Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) of the United States has been trying to classify XRP as a security. This has led to a bitter legal fight between Ripple and the SEC. This case has kept Ripple in the dark for years, giving lawyers headaches and making the market less stable. So what if the SEC speeds up the approval of Ripple's IPO? That would end this case for good. This is a very unlikely situation, but people who know about it think it could be the key to Ripple's public debut. Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, has been teasing a big statement for a while now. Many people are now wondering if this announcement will include a deal with the SEC to settle the case and make it possible for Ripple to go public. If this happens, the deal could clear up the regulatory fog that has been surrounding XRP for years. This would give the token more credibility and let Ripple grow its business without worrying about future lawsuits. Let's talk about price goals for a moment. The price of XRP could go through the roof if Ripple does go public. This is because the news would spread quickly through the financial markets. For years, legal uncertainty has hung over XRP. Now institutional investors may rush to buy it, which could cause a sharp rise in demand. If the SEC case is settled, there will be less regulatory uncertainty, which could give investors faith in XRP's future. The excitement about Ripple's IPO could make the price of XRP hit $3 in the months before it happens. The price would go up in a healthy way before the IPO as traders and regular buyers buy in, expecting a big run-up. Once the IPO is made public and Ripple's stock starts trading, the price of XRP could go up to $10 or even higher. This is because of FOMO, or fear of losing out, and the possibility of a lot of new institutional investment. Take a look at what happened to Coinbase. Traditional investors became more interested in the crypto space when the company went public. This caused Bitcoin to rise. A similar move could happen with XRP, especially if both Ripple and XRP become more popular after their IPOs. XRP's price could also be affected by the institutional market in a big way. Large hedge funds and traditional banks may become more interested in XRP as an investment tool and a utility token for making payments across borders as Ripple goes public. The blockchain and cryptocurrency environment is growing quickly. With a company like Ripple that wants to change the way payments are made going public, XRP could become an important asset in the wider financial world. Ripple's on-demand funding technology already makes it possible to send money quickly and cheaply across borders. And if XRP is listed on regular stock markets, it could make the currency more liquid and help more people use it for sending money around the world. Let's look at some history background now. As more people and businesses became aware of Bitcoin and started to back it, its value went through the roof when Coinbase went public. Because Ripple works with banks, payment companies, and central banks all over the world, it could see a similar trend with a much bigger market. XRP has already been useful in real-life financial situations, and if Ripple goes public, it could open up new growth possibilities for XRP. If Ripple can make good use of the fact that it is a publicly owned company, there could be a lot of ways for people around the world to use XRP. We can't forget about the XRP Army, which is Ripple's group of loyal followers. Over the years, the XRP Army has been very open about its support for Ripple, especially when the SEC took a tough stance. This passionate group has even helped shape U.S. crypto policy by pushing Congress to pass crypto-friendly laws. Some people think that Ripple's IPO and the possible clarity it brings to regulations could lead to a new wave of community lobbying. This could help Ripple get even more support from Congress and foreign regulators. How Ripple fits into the world of central bank digital currencies (CBCs) could also be very important to its long-term success. And if Ripple goes public, it might be able to work out new agreements with governments and financial institutions around the world. As the news about Ripple's IPO spreads, many people are thinking how they can make the most of this possible windfall. Based on the rumors about the airdrop of shares, which is similar to Coinbase's offering, if you already have XRP, you might be able to get early entry to Ripple's public offering. In that case, Ripple could be a huge reason why the price of XRP goes up. XRP could be the token that connects standard finance and decentralized finance, or DeFi. This is because the company has always been about making things useful and letting people use them in the real world. In conclusion, Ripple's possible IPO could be the turning point for XRP and the start of a new era in the world of cryptocurrencies. XRP holders might not only see their coin's value go up, but they might also gain from the market becoming more confident. They might also be able to buy a piece of Ripple when it becomes a public company, which would create new investment possibilities. With the SEC case possibly coming to an end, investors may feel better about the rules, and big investors are starting to pay attention. Things are getting ready for a lot of growth. With new technologies leading the way, the future of XRP has never looked brighter. Keep your eyes on the sky and up to date, because Ripple's IPO could be the start of XRP's biggest price rise ever, taking it to new heights. Sign up now to get the newest information. The trip is far from over, and the story is just getting started. Keep up with every turn so you don't miss a thing.